Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm doing a first impressions on the Rimmel Fresher Skin Foundation. So I have the color 303 True Nude and I'm going to road test it during the day. It does say that it is breathable natural finish foundation. Shine free, does not clog pores. It's meant to have a natural finish. I do typically like a medium to full coverage foundation, but I figure this is going to be pretty natural. I think that the shade will match pretty well. I tested it in store and yeah, it looked pretty good. So I have already primed half of my face. I've primed this side with the Rimmel Stay Matte Primer. I do typically have an oily T-zone. So let's see how I know my hair is like a mess right now, but we'll see how the foundation wears throughout the day with that. It is currently 11 o'clock. So yeah, let's get into it. It comes with a little cap and it also comes with 25ml foundation, which is 5ml short of the standard. I'm just going to use a brush today. I just used this once just before. This is a Sigma Round Kabuki. I guess I don't know, do I just dip the brush in? I feel like that's not really ideal. I don't know. Oh, it's kind of moussey. Okay, so I've just taken, that's the trouble, you don't know how much you have taken, and I think I took quite a bit. Gonna have to put some over here too. Okay, so it feels cool on my skin. I think because I just took off makeup. It's going on a little bit streaky, but I don't typically like the brush, this brush. So I'll use a beauty blender to blend it out as well. It spreads really far, so you do not that did my whole face. Just gonna use a beauty blender just to blend that and make it look a little bit more flawless. Okay, so first layer is done. I took a lot more than I needed kind of thing. It blended really, really easily and I feel like it does have a natural finish, shine-free finish. Yeah, well, it looks really nice. Of course, it's blended in with my fake tan really, really well. I would say that this is medium coverage for sure. So I'm going to go ahead and pop some more on to try and cover some of the redness. You definitely don't need too much. I feel like it oxidizes a little bit when I put on that second layer. It just looked a little bit lighter. You can see that there. I don't know. I don't like this brush. I'm not a fan of the brush. But I don't know. I guess you can dip your finger in there and get it out. It's really thin. Really thin consistency. But it kind of dries quite quick as well. I don't know. That redness is still showing through there. This is just a medium coverage foundation. That's kind of all it's going to be. Light to medium, I guess. I didn't realize how much I took at the start, but for it to cover this pimple, I do have some scarring there that it hasn't really covered. See how that's lighter? What has that done there? I feel like that's definitely oxidized. All right. I feel like that is the best that I'm going to get that. Looks a little bit muddy after it's oxidized. I feel like that foundation has gone really, really patchy after I have applied my powder. I feel like my face is really matte. I feel like the foundation is really patchy. Okay, so this is the finished makeup look with the foundation. I had quite a bit of trouble noticing that the foundation was going patchy throughout application of my makeup. This area in particular looks terrible. This side isn't as bad, but not that great so far. This was the side with the primer too. That looks awful. Anyway, it's 11:51, so I'm going to check back in with you in a few hours and see how the foundation has worn throughout the day. So far, not so good. Here's a close-up of the foundation. I feel like everywhere else it looks fine, just on these bits here. Hey guys, I just wanted to do a quick update on my foundation. It is about 5 p.m. I'm so torn because I like the way it looks on my skin. The longevity has been great, but it's so patchy. and on my forehead it is so patchy. I just don't know what happened. I don't know what went wrong. I used a brush and a beauty blender, and it was like as soon as I applied that powder, it just went disgusting. So I don't know. Like, I feel like that this is a huge fail. It's been on my face 6 hours, which 6 hours is kind of like a make or break kind of thing for a foundation usually. It has not, like, it just looks like a bit dewy. It looks like it's sunk into my skin really nicely. It looks like it's wearing quite well. Apart from the patchiness, which I know you can see. I filmed a vlog video before, and that's all I could see. All I could see was my forehead and the fact that it looks so terrible, and I don't know what to do. Like, I want to film like another video, but I don't want this to be like... I have not done a flash test yet, and my camera is in the other room. I imagine it to have a little tiny bit. It does have SPF 15, but I'll insert with and without flash. And yeah, I'll check back in with you maybe like 8 o'clock or 9 o'clock or something like that to see the end result of the foundation. Bear in mind, at that time, I will be using studio lighting, so it does kind of make it look a little bit more shiny than usual. But yeah, I'll see you then. Hey guys, I'm back and it's 9:30 p.m. And you know how I said about before about the lights making it look worse than what it is? It genuinely looks terrible. What time did I check in? Was it like 6? So it's been like, what, 3-4 hours since I checked in, but it's made a turn for the worse. I'm going to zoom in and show you what it looks like. So this is the primed side. Now, with the primer that I used, it said that it helps with enlarged pores, and I feel like my pores kind of like stand out. And then this is the non-primed side. I feel like the primed side is a little bit better than the non-primed side, but not really by that much. Like, I mean, I do believe in primers. I believe that they do make a difference. I guess the main part that you can see is on the non-prime side, it has worn away from, like, it's completely transferred. Not completely, but you can see that it's transferred, whereas this has still got some there. This is the darker patch that I was pointing out before, where it went really patchy on the side of my face. So I've worn this foundation for 10.5 hours, which is granted a long time, but if you're going to work at 7 a.m. and you want to leave it on till 7 p.m. kind of thing, you know, like that's 12 hours, it's not going to last. I'm just disappointed with this foundation. I honestly thought it would last a bit better, but I guess, you know, it's talking about fresher skin, so maybe it doesn't claim to be long lasting. It just claims to be a shine-free finish and does not clog pores, and it's breathable, natural finish. So I guess, you know, when I applied it, it did feel breathable. It didn't feel heavy or cakey on my face. It did go patchy. It did have a nice natural finish, and then it did have a matte finish, which did last quite well. All I've been doing is this afternoon is editing, so perhaps like my hand on my face kind of thing, and also I've been cleaning a bit, but I've mainly had my hair like actually in like a disgusting gross bun. I haven't really been touching my face. I might actually wear this to work a few times this week and see how it goes. I'm definitely going to wear it tomorrow. Hey guys, just really quickly, it is the next day and I've just applied the foundation, finished my face for work. I applied it with the Eco Tools. I think this is a custom buffing brush or something like that. This is like a really, like my favorite brush. It always works. And it has still gone patchy on the side of my face. I'm just not happy with the outcome of it. The primer that I used is the Max Factor Face Finity Primer. I just use this on a daily basis because it has an SPF in it, but it's never really before had an issue with foundations applying over the top of it. But yeah, still not exactly happy with it. I don't know what is going on along here, but on both sides, it just looks rather patchy. Okay guys, it's still the same day and I've just come home from work. I just wanted to do an update because I'm really disappointed with how this looks. I look dirty. I went to the toilet maybe like 11 o'clock in the morning or something at work, and I looked in the mirror and I'm like, how has no one said that I look dirty? It has oxidized so much and it just looks disgusting, especially in this area here, and my forehead is so patchy. So here is the close-up. You can just see, and this side, it just looks so patchy on my forehead. This morning, my routine involves me brushing my teeth just before I leave because I like to brush them after I've had breakfast. And when I brush my teeth, I got a bit of water here and a little splodge here, and it took the makeup right off. So I know it doesn't claim to be waterproof, but I had to just like try and pick some up and just clean up this whole area, which kind of stuffed up the contour as well. But I had to like redo this whole area with foundation. To demonstrate, I've just got some water. I don't know if it's going to react in the same way. I made such a mess. Look at that. It literally went everywhere on me. There you go. On a smaller scale, this happened this morning, but this should be a standard test for all foundations because this could happen to anyone. They could spill their coffee, they could spill anything, and you don't want this to happen if you are out and about on your day, enjoying life, and then your foundation does this. Like, it's legit just gone everywhere. So this is kind of like second impressions within the first impressions. I hope you guys don't mind, but I had to do this because I like to give a foundation the benefit of the doubt. Okay, back to the first impressions. With the flash test, it looks actually really nice with flash. Not that this would be a foundation that you would wear to, or it's not a foundation that I would suggest wearing to an event as it's not long lasting, but it does have a nice flash. So if you're looking after a natural finish foundation for flash photography, I guess it would be okay. I guess the proof is what it looks like at this point in time, which is not good. Patchy, transfers, and it goes quite oily. And I'm not super oily at the moment. I've tamed my skin from being super oily, but it does tend to go oily throughout the T-zone depending on what foundation I am wearing. So that is the completed first impressions on the Rimmel Fresher Skin Foundation in 303 True Nude. Have you tried this foundation? What do you think? Do you think it will suit your skin? I know a lot of you watch my first impressions because you do have oily skin. I feel like for, you know, like dry to normal, I don't know about dry skin. It's so funny when people ask me, oh, I have dry skin, what foundation would you recommend? I have no idea, like genuinely, I have zero knowledge. So I would suggest this for normal skin, I guess. Perhaps not dry because I'm not sure how it would go with like dry flaky skin, or, you know, you'd probably want something a bit more hydrating perhaps. So that's it from me. Hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to give it a thumbs up. I'll leave a playlist of first impressions down below which has heaps of foundation first impressions, and I will leave this makeup tutorial down below as well. Hope you're having a great day, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!